Hey guys, it's Talia and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this smoky sort of Valentine's inspired makeup look. I mean, well, it's not Valentine's inspired, it's for Valentine's Day. Everyone seems to be doing pink looks at the moment, obviously, because you hear Valentine's and you just kind of think pink, red. So I didn't want to do something pink, I wanted to do something alternative to that for those of you who maybe don't want to wear pink on Valentine's Day. This is the sort of thing that I would wear if I was going out, which I'm not. I'm sorry that I've been really inconsistent these past 2 weeks, but I was in LA. I actually got back yesterday and I had a hell of a flight. We actually had an emergency landing in Boston, so I was sat on a plane for 16 hours. They would not let us get off. It was very, very stressful. So woke up this morning and I'm now filming. It is just gone. I literally looked at my wrist and there is no watch on there. Yeah, let's just get straight into the video. So as you can see, I've already done my brows off camera. I just used the Benefit Brow, no. Oh, I forgot the name of it. I'll put the name of it here. It was the like Benefit brow pencil thing that's silver and has a lid. I did it over there and I can't bother to go and look. I have also pre-done my moisturizer. I used the Ofra Kim Tai collaboration Wonderlush. It's my favorite moisturizer. If you follow me on Twitter, you will know because I'm always raving about it. If you watched my last videos, you'll see the headband that I normally wear turned unicorn on me and had only one ear left. However, I just broke it further, but I still need to put my hair out of the way. I'm gonna do my eyes first, as I normally do. Everyone seems to be doing really pink sort of Valentine's Day looks, so I want to do something kind of smoky and sultry and fun. So I'm gonna be using, I have no eyeshadows in front of me. Wow, Talia. Great one. Oh, I forgot to turn my background lights on as well. God, today is just, I'm a mess. So what I'm going to, I've left my concealer as well. Oh my goodness. Right, I've also sorted out my lighting because I realised I had my camera on all the wrong settings. So I've got everything in front of me now. I'm just going to shape out my brows and conceal my eyelids, prime them, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be using my favourite, which is the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer by IT Cosmetics. I left my brush over there. Okay, Talia, you suck. And I left my favourite Ofra brush over there and I've just walked back and forth about 20 times. So I'm going to improvise. I'm using a Bare Minerals Max Coverage Concealer brush just to shape out my brows. Right, I'm just going to zoom you in before I set my eyes. Hi. Today I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. I'm going to be using the shade White Chocolate, which is this one here, on my lid to set my concealer. I'm now taking the shade Salted Caramel for my transition colour, and I'm using a, what is this, Makeup Shack T11 brush. Tap off the excess because I don't want it to be too intense. This is the key to blending, is building. So start off with something not too dark, not too intense, and then intensify the colours as you get closer to your lid and it will just naturally blend rather than having to sit there for ages blending out. I'm now going to be taking the shade Milk Chocolate, which is just this one here. It's kind of like a neutral tone brown, and I'm going to be sticking, I always say popping, I notice that a lot, I say popping a lot, but I am really popping that in my crease. Just slightly lower, and I'm not going to buff it up quite as high as the Salted Caramel to get that gradient I was telling you about a moment ago. I'm using the makeup, it's just a Makeup Shack brush, this one doesn't have a name, sorry about that. I'm now going to be taking the shade Semi Sweet, which is just this one here. It's kind of like a warmish brown, it's not super warm, but it definitely has warmth to it. And I'm going to take that, oh, it's just another Makeup Shack brush. I'm sorry, it's not sponsored, I just got given a load of these brushes over the past week and I really like them. And I'm concentrating this on almost the lid as well, and the sort of like tight in the crease. I'm not blending it up too much at all because this is where we're going to really start to darken the lid and blend it out into the crease. So once there's virtually no product left on it, that's when I'll start to blend upwards. I am now just going to take the shade Triple Fudge, which is this dark brown here. I'm going to be using a flat brush. This is the Makeup Shack T9 brush. It's just a flat brush, and I'm going to be using this to pat on to the lid the colour. Start to drag it up once the product gets less and less on the brush. But I will go back in with one of the blending brushes that I use just to smoke it out and make sure that the blend is super seamless. And then I'm just going to build on the colour just to make sure it's super dark and super smoky. Blending it out with this brush. Take the White Chocolate shade and I'm just going to pop that on my brow bone. I don't want to shimmer highlight, I want it to be super matte to help with that sort of smoky effect. Before I do the underneath of my eyes and pop on my lashes, I'm going to prime my face using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. I just pop it in my sort of T-zone areas, and I leave these areas because these areas are kind of dry. Also, don't mind my hand if it's kind of red. I do have eczema and it's flaring up at the moment. Okay, we are restored to decent distance now. I'm going to be using my favourite foundation, which is the Hourglass Stick Foundation. I do have two shades here. I have the shade Porcelain, which is way too light for me, and Sand, which is way too dark for me. But you can see how light that is. Wow. I'm then using the Makeup Shack, this it's kind of just like a round kabuki, and I'm just going to blend that in. This foundation works really, really nicely with the brush. I do love a beauty blender, but I actually think this foundation lends itself better to brush application. Just going to use a smaller brush for my forehead just because the other brush doesn't really fit. This is the just another Makeup Shack brush. Sorry, some of them don't have names. If they do have names, then I've said them. The ones that I've just said, they're just Makeup Shack. They don't have names because they originally just brought out a set. So I think it just comes in a set. I don't really know. I'm now just going to use some concealer, and I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin in Light Warm. It is my favourite concealer. I don't know why my voice always does that when I really like something. Favourite! And I'm just popping this not up to the eye, just slightly underneath, because I do use a different concealer for right underneath my eye. And then I pop this on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, on my chin. And then for just underneath my eyes, I use the Born This Way concealer in the shade Light. I love this concealer. This concealer has really super mixed reviews. A lot of my friends really don't like it, but I think it's really good. I'm now going to be taking the Coty Airspun powder. I'm just going to be using this to set under my eyes and the rest of my face. I use quite a bit underneath my eyes, and then just for the rest of my face, I just pop it on a fluffy brush and just swipe it on like that, just to mattify the skin rather than to, you know, drench it in powder. And then I'm just going to wipe off under my eyes. I don't let it bake for too long, just because I got off the plane yesterday, so my skin is kind of dry and I don't want to, you know, make it look even more dry. I'm just going to zoom you back in while I do the underneath of my eyes. I'm pretty much going to do exactly the same as I did on my lid, just kind of reverse downwards. So I'm going to start off with the Salted Caramel, which is the one that we use in our transition. I just stuck my nail in there, can you see that? What did I do to deserve that? On a Makeup Shack T8 brush, I'm just sweeping this underneath my eye, and I'm kind of bringing it quite low. It is a pretty light colour. I mean, if you're super pale, don't bring it too low because you're going to look like you have raccoon eyes. I mean, at the moment I look like I have a raccoon eye anyway, but we'll fix that. I'm taking the smudger brush that we used on our eyebrows, and I'm going to take these shades Milk Chocolate and Semi Sweet and mix them together and just pop that under my lower lash. But I'm not going to drag this one down. I'm going to keep this one quite close to the lash line. I'm then going to take the flat brush that we used for our lid, and I'm going to dip into Triple Fudge again, which is the super dark one, and drag that right across my lower lash to intensify the smokiness. I'm going to use some lashes. These are the Makeup Shack. This video sounds so sponsored, but it's not. I'm going to say that a million times. These are the Makeup Shack lashes in the style I Spy. Haven't used them yet, so I'm going to cut them down and then stick them on my eyes. So I just put on those lashes, and I also did my mascara. I'm now just going to use the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3, and I'm going to run this through my brows just where like any powder sort of got on them, and just to help them look a little bit fuller and fluffier. I'm now going to move on to the face, and first of all I'm going to bronze. I always bronze first. I don't know why, I just think it looks better when I do it like that. And I'm going to be using MAC Gimme Sun, What's New. I'm just going to be sweeping this. Oh wow, I'm bleeding. Awesome. I'm then going to be using the Anastasia contour shade in the shade Fawn. Contour shade in the shade Fawn. Awesome. And a Makeup Shack T30 brush to to contour. I'm not doing too heavy a contour today. Just a bit of cheekbone snatching, that's all. I'm then going to take the MAC Mineralized Blush in the shade New Romance, and I'm going to pop that. I say pop too much, and I'm going to put this on the apples of my cheeks and just kind of sweep it back a bit, but concentrate it mainly on this part of my cheek. I'm then going to spritz my face with the Oprah Makeup Fixer. This is my all-time favorite fixer. I've spoken about it probably too much. You guys are no doubt fed up of it, but you guys know that you can use my code Talia30 if you want anything from Ofra, and I'm going to be using obviously my Ofra Blissful highlight, because when do I not use that? But first of all, I'm just going to spritz my face just to make the highlight super intense. And I do one side of my face at a time so that the fixer doesn't dry too quickly. Oh, and this is just the Makeup Shack T15 brush. I'm going to be using Galactic Face Glow in the shade Goldie. It's kind of like a peachy, I don't know why it's called Goldie, to be honest. Taking that on my inner corner, just to give a tiny bit. This highlights like a nice amount of bright. It's not too intense, so it's perfect for the inner corner, because I don't really want anything too crazy and blinding today on my inner corners. Then I'm going to be taking the Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Salt. Hit my eye. Ow. In the shade Sao Paulo. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. It's S-A-O Paulo. I am obsessed with this shade at the moment. I use it every day. And this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was quite short. I wanted to keep it quite condensed because, as I said, this week's been kind of crazy and I just wanted to get a video out for you, and I really wanted to do something for Valentine's that wasn't pink, just because I feel like everyone's doing pink at the moment and I don't think I can think of anything pink that is not something that's already been created, so I'm going to do something else that's already been created. Dark, sultry, smoky eye, perfect for like a night out, a date night, whatever, whether you're having a singles party. As I say, like me, I don't even have friends to have a singles party. I'm having a literal single party by myself on my lonesome. It'll be great. Or whether you are having a date with your bae. I can't pull off the word bae, that's not Talia. With your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your significant other, whoever that may be. Hope you guys have an amazing Valentine's Day and just the rest of your week in general. If you guys did enjoy this video, then you can hit that subscribe button down below, become a member of this little family thing we have going on. It'd be so lovely if you joined. You can also follow me on Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter to keep up with me on my everyday life and whatnot. It's not that interesting, but maybe you want to know, who knows. I will see you guys on Monday. Bye guys.